She has a plan, a secret mission filled by gratitude and affection. She chooses her mother's favorite breakfast. Delight Foods, House Sakoko, a harmonious blend of flavors crafted with care and devotion. The taste of tradition and comfort. In that moment, their connection deepens, a bond strengthened by a shared experience. Delight Foods, House Coco, a delicious breakfast made with care and love in just 2 minutes.
This Airbnb in Dansoman Estates, Accra, is only $40 a day and offers all the amenities for a comfortable stay. It is also conveniently located 30 minutes away from the airport. We also have 1 and 2 bedroom apartments for long-term rental at English Heath, Amamprum, 15 minutes to the Wedge Toll Booth and the West Hills Mall, going for 1,500 and 1,000 Ghana cedis only. Call Parry Group on 053-866-3532, 053-866-3532. This is Parry Group of Companies.
Funding wallets on TapTapSend. Step 1. Click on Create Ghana Cedi Wallets below when you open the app. Step 2. Enter amount of your choice in Ghana Cedis. Step 3. Click on the Confirm and Fund wallet below to confirm. Step 4. Your wallet has been successfully funded. Step 5. Enter amount of your choice in Ghana Cedis. Step 6. Select or add new recipient. Step 7. Choose wallet as payment method. Step 8. Click on the Pay with Wallet below to confirm. Step 9. Your transaction is successful.
Living in Ghana, abroad, a first-timer visiting Ghana, or a company wondering where to get quality service providers in Ghana for any job? Then Ejumapa On Demand Services is here to assist you. Ejumapa On Demand Services connect requesters and service providers such as masons, plumbers, electricians, auto repairers, home and office cleaners, trash collectors, rent agents, spa attendants, roofers, beauticians, teachers, CCTV installers, and all artisans on one platform. Yes, one platform. Trust Ejumapa On Demand Services to sort you out any day, anywhere, and at any time. To download the app, please visit the App Store and Play Store or visit our website www.ejumapa.com.
All right, it was your for more about SVTV Africa. So thank God it's Friday. Friday be 5:30 GMT time. And I'm in a wise man solicitors here program. But about 2 weeks in here, program here because of okay, I say program we so and I make cash say lawyer wisdom akaho ne sister aka baby nti obagana ai nti me kwa na me ko yie ni bi ko pass it through nti no na so ayechi nti na nti me amfa shows na bremo no but ene me ko wise man solicitors according ko me lawyer Nana Amoa Babe program. And it's all share live on Facebook and YouTube channel SVTV Africa. So share or question be up so bisana drop questions no time no do the better screen so na lawyer I can kind amamo na we no and munti na mon share very important. You share on YouTube so I make sure so tap subscribe so no I share link no to your WhatsApp friends, Telegram or Facebook page. Or share your Facebook so I make sure so be follow you and now share or share and cost just share to page cannot be so in TB a bebuano. So I go straight. I'm invited lawyer Nana Amoa. Lawyer, me more akwa bako there.
Yeah,
Aha. Lawyer Nana Amoa, wise man solicitors, champion man. Lawyer, never bad there. So bibia bokode and over to you. And also then yehwe.
You the di kan no mpesa fast akwan so echia adofo no nyina worry echie ye ewia ekọ enumere se Ghana there say by this time 5 abo enti no yeah enumere mu ano no nti echi obi a wo ma obi bia wo bia no meja wise man mpemfu nyina anamu de nchia kese ebra mu efiri UK toxin area ɛhɔ na yɛwɔ yiw sɛ na wode kan no na ɛka sɛ nka ɛnɛ yɛpanyin lawyer wisdom ɛna na nka ɛsɛ dwumadi odi na sɛ na yɛn nyinaa anim no ankyɛ na yɛn nuaba nyame frɛ no ɛkɔ n'ahengua mu deɛ wokɔhia sɛ sɛ ɔkɔ Ghana na ɔkɔtoto nneɛma no yie ɔbaa nnura nkwa ndɛ nansa yi a na ɔbrɛ wɔ hɔ particularly sɛ wobɛtena woto so saa 6 hours ɛnyɛ small nti no wɔkyerɛ m sɛ menyɛ nnɛ adwumadi no ɛma no ne ho yɛ meka sɛ ɔwɔ adwuma mu yɛn nyinaa akɔ adwuma anɔpa yi a yɛn nyinaa wɔ hɔ nti no ne ho yɛ obiara nso ho yɛ megye di sɛ digye nyame wo nso wo ne wahwɛfo ne wo management no nyinaa nso ho yɛ
nyame adom obiara ho yɛ wɔ ase
yo and then na yɛmpɛ sɛ yɛhwɛ ade bi a ɛno nso ɛhihia the requirement, understanding the requirement for Appendix children of the UK immigration rule, understanding the requirement for Appendix children of the UK requirement rules. And I said, yeah, UK immigration rule. Now, before me pese me pasa aspect no so no. There's one update bi am pese me de tudwa. Na fe yetua so. Na college Royal College of Nursing de wɔn nsa hyɛ krataa kɛse ase ɛtwe aban UK aban adwen ɛba hia a ehia sɛ enim yie no nursings a wofi amanɔne na wɔn nso a wɔwɔ ha a wɔyɛ adwuma no na aban ɛhwɛ kwan sɛ ɔbɛtototo nneɛma yie sɛ na ɛbɛyɛ wɔn ho bɛhare wɔ na normally na afi biara no wɔyɛ conference na wɔde report aba na yi na wɔn publish report a they are calling for immigration reform to support migrant nurses. So this is a call from Royal College of Nursing in the UK. So the Royal College of Nursing, CRN, has called on the government to reform migration policy in order to ease the cost of living pressures on migrant nurses in the UK. Now, one report on they highlight said there has been a huge contribution that nurses from overseas make to the UK health sector. And they say that the UK has benefited enormously from international nursing migration and contributes of highly skilled nursing profession from across the globe. The report also highlights how immigration rules and policies such as the no recourse to public funds condition for those without indefinite leave to remain continue to create major financial challenges for migrant staff in the NHS, that is National Health Service. And the the body which regulates the UK nurses, including outside international nurses, they have spoken. Their main concern is that there are a lot of pressures on international nurses. Apomodin ejuma. And the body no who has the mandate to issue a license for any qualified nurse to be practiced in the UK, has spoken. And what they are saying, they are drawing the government attention with drawing the government attention regard to the importance of the overseas nurses because they are saying that the UK has benefited enormously from international nursing migration and the contribution of highly skilled nursing professions from across the global. And you know, they highlight say boa won aboa nanso no ayesa akwasidibi UK aban de akwasidibi sisi ho a emma international nursing star won aba ha na won training won aba ha ada se ye training wa ha ana o training wa ma no no wa ba ha won hu hare won iye emma adwuma no entibe enkose na wo hwe kwan se anka won aba no enije mu no won betumi aye adwuma se na be so eni eyi na wore ka se aban tutu ne mayie no wonsie wonfa ne man sisi ye na mboa sa international nursing professionals won aba ha won baye adwuma no de ebe hu asa ade be chen na kire se won nyina adwane ko. And they have made 4 recommendations. They are asking the UK government, so in the year, there should be a immediate reform in order to ease the financial burden, the pressure on the international nursing star abaha woye ejuma. So, mame can immediately no with that 4 recommendations now. The UK nursing body, that is Royal College of Nursing, one year back, a year one mami odano chief executive Patricia in a ode nisa share report na say all train aban adwin apaso. Now 4 recommendation they be kind or say the no recourse to public fund condition applied to migrant workers on temporary visa must be ended immediately. This is a key risk to the financial stability of international educated nurses and their families and to health and social care delivery across the UK. Near all patches say, video nyame say ufi amanone na oba irrespective of where oba no there's no recourse to public funds on the leave na what the amount and as a visa na what the amount. Now near Royal College of Nursing can say no recourse to public fund condition na what they are to nurses for so migrant workers one on temporary visa basis no. As I say, nimenimi ya abane nhwe no yifi ho. Say abane hwe no yifi ho a wo ho be hare won e de won akoma pa e na adwempa aye adwuma no ama NHS buta eda NHS enimu no ni vision ni mission ni nyina betimi aye den akoso enti almost ra aban say enimenim ya o any sa onyi fisukra na wo ho hare wo. What it means in say aban ya asompa na otie that first requirement no yifisu a. In this case no we international worker and a migrant and as a nursing na oba krumohana you also be allowed to have access to public fund. This kind of benefit now also so that's a good point there by the Royal College of Nursing. 2, recommendation what they are to UK about any money said the current cost of visa applications and indefinite leave to remain must be reduced. They went further to say that increase in visa fees, including the cost of indefinite leave to remain application, continue to place internationally educated staff under unnecessary financial pressure and make it more likely that they will leave the UK to practice elsewhere, thereby putting further pressures on remaining staff. One more adesade etoso ebien anase recommendation a wode ato UK aban enim no se ebo a wotwa ma application fee efa indefinite leave to remain and other application fee a wode ato ho ama international workers a ba no, particularly nursing, ano ye den enti no wo sere se aban enti so kakra ema won ma omoba wo ho ebehare wo esense ama wo the unnecessary financial pressure ato won so ema report no eko so eka se na ade na ekoyen se UK aban entie wo asompamu na wontu anamon na international nursing sa won abei wanje won awa tu na won ma won ho anjo won anya adwuma de ebehu ade bekyen a ebehu se won nyina asesa won yama mo sa kọ na se ba ne saade a nya Royal College of Nursing eka ne se international nurses and migrants for no ekode a e de beba ne se small staff were ewo UK ha na omo ye adwuma NHS pressure pad be to so won't me ye adwuma no, which I totally agree with them. Inti enimenu ya Home Secretary Yamami Cooper and Prime Minister Stima yes raw say ti wasopem as I say the Royal College of Nursing has spoken. Entity was upemu na ye won apede no ema won se na be ya international nurses na won aba anas educated workers won aba ha no wo ho be hare won ma won so no edwuma pa won aba so be beboa no wotimi aboa. This is the second recommendation. The third one no induction including pastoral support must be comprehensive and assist internationally educated staff in building support network within their new communities. Now, what they are saying is that connecting internationally educated staff with appropriate community groups, diaspora organizations, trade unions can help them to feel settled and ensure they can access support when needed. It look like onwa bahade nanso no yemfa won ka ho internationally educated nurses and workers and one aba no one aba de age won de nanso no ohwemu a say they has been isolated in terms of network connection. Yemfa won enka bibia ho enti no mtewa ono say wa aba na oye adwuma no keke. It in the community network I say odi no ho hyem na amua bi wo ho na woboa no ese obi wo aho kire na ade a ese woboa no na nyama pa bi nso e wo community no so otu wonya no so omo eyisa nyama nyina efi ho na wo ka se eba ne sa na emwa enti won momodin an say this pastoral support no ese wo hyemodin se na ebe ya internationally educated staff na won aba no won so no won beye what you kind of say inclusive almost be ka ho bi won aba de no aba nti say yetimi gi won na bibi biara ehia say ye bue kwan ma omo so no wotimi enya access to no say UK aban etimi eyesa ema won. In our fe, dear etoso anan a one recommendation now what the abba and it said enforcement of employment rights, tenant rights, and right to access healthcare for all migrant workers must be strengthened. Now, they are saying that employment rights, tenant rights, and a right to access healthcare for all migrant workers. No, as I said, washing mudding. As I said, to the beer, what bahana or be hide and so now your problem. Fawebra. All these things, no, it discourage these people. Our sisters, our brothers, our mothers who have actually accepted voluntarily to come to UK to come and help the workforce of NHS. No, say we are for one and to baby pa now yet the obstacles. This is one kwemu oko hada fawebra eya emwa enti na Royal College of Nursing eka say as I say haban no ehye or enforce employment law, employment right say omobaha they also have a right. Almost bahana they also have employment right. They must also have tenant right. Say my baby, I should be free to rent. I should be free to have employment rights. And I think so no enquire discrimination say wa bahano or no just a particular hospital bia na mono so also only access right access to health and care for all migrants workers. The government across the UK should ensure that the clear and accessible guidance relating to labor standards, housing, and health is made available to all those on temporary work visa. Why are these coming and why the Royal College at this predetermined time what is our one because they are saying the current system denies migrant access to vital benefits, which I totally agree. The current system denies migrants access to vital benefits, despite them paying tax and doing the same work as the domestically trained college. And they don't buy and say, migrants say one ban ofia manoni and one ban meye jumano. What you want tax? Now so system may deny one. Emma certain benefits such as tax, universal credit, child benefit, income. You can say there are a lot of taxes, and they also have to benefit tax benefits, public benefit, and they have to also benefit some. But irrespective, say, contribute, they pay their tax and other things, they have been denied. And this is what the Royal College of Nursing can say about enhwe na ontututu nyoma yie se na beya se na me nyina no, because what I could see say is going to be like a discrimination. Discrimination is going to take place over here because domestic trained colleagues no so e benefits other na we no so no one ba na once one the same training yama or lands and some so ye with the same environment, having the same pay, attain the same training under the same regulator 1 year, they are being prevented from enjoying the public fund benefit. Enti DJ Nyame, when me update me pese me de to ayafa nkofo enimu se esu a musu na de nyina no Royal College of Nursing so ehu amase say no on etu anamo na meji se labor nso a ono nso no otie nsem ewa sompam no onbeye se na esese woye na bibia ato jojojo ama enti se menu be bia be do se wo ho na se
okay
question
okay, so like I'm why that say all the updates we bring and then net topic so then also they my here.
Yes. And then you say you share kwan will understand the requirement for appendix children of the immigration rule. Most of the times, if you know what to do and you don't understand how it's supposed to do, it's supposed to be, it becomes a problem. You particular health and care. You want my baby because according to say Joshua, any column according to as I say, share bɔhyɛ asase no so sɛ ɛhɔ yɛ ansa na wɔde abusuafo nyinaa akɔ nti dodo na ɛbae no wɔne wɔn kunu nom pɛ na wɔgya wɔn mma nom ɛwɔ fie sɛ wɔmbɛhwɛ a wɔbae no wɔn sɛ asase no adwo wɔatototo nneɛma fine afei edu mmere a wɔpɛ sɛ wɔkɔfa wɔn mma ɛba na akɔyɛ problem no nyinaa ne sɛ because of lack of understanding of the requirement for the children. And then what happens they make application all right, but they will be refused. So my present this evening just to present the understanding of the requirement for appendix children of the immigration rule. Now, when we talk about the requirement now, so we are talking about the child relationship requirement. And this is na me di kan no se me maba na me ba wo Ghana. Enye se me sori an my application akofa abofra na ba. Ese se me meet the requirement a emma abofra no etimi eden eba. Now, sir, Appendix Children was published in October 2023. Previously, it wasn't there. For the child dependents and applied to almost 32 immigration routes, which include health and care. And the 32 no obi biara follow within that particular route no. Say what the oba eba, as I make sure say oba no meet sa requirement. So when we meet this requirement now, the application will be refused. And this is what we have seen, say, most of the times the application is being refused because of lack of understanding of the requirement. And that's what today we want us to judge regard to how we can understand the requirement. Now, say we share paragraph CHI 3.2 now. The 3.2 now, CHI 3.2 now, I said the applicant parents must each be either applying at the same time as the applicant or have permission to be in the UK other than a visitor. And in the own patient said, first requirement and said, sir, upesa ukofa oba epa. Uwaha. Na uni in the British krata, na upesa ukofa oba epa. Right? The can other say wo ebusuano and nan de jani na mo ba the same time. And abofrano eba. And answer to me what the amount for instance, permission to be in the UK. And I say, what apply now? But France person of I say munina no I say mutimi ba. Say e pa say ba ku edikan edia na mrane kire say wo hwe paragraph CHI 3.2 no a na or say a parent applying for or with entry clearance or permission to stay is a sole surviving parent or has sole responsibility for child's upbringing. Metimubio. Paragraph CHI 3.2 of Appendix Children. I say applicant's parents must either be applying at the same time as applicant, unless the parents applying for or with entry clearance or permission to stay is sole surviving parent or has a sole responsibility for the child's house bringing. Enti se ekopa se uwe di kan aba na afe na uba no so eba dia na se woye eja anas ena de di kan ne se ada se the other party onu efim. Enti se other party na efimu dia na che se wo nko a ina wo hwe abofra no ana se other party no enfimu ye nanso wa abandon the responsibility se ebia eja. Enti wo ena no kwa ina wo ye de wo hwe no. Enti se wo ena no kwa na wo hwe no dia na wa be ye so responsible parent for the child outbringing. Enti no ubetimi agina ono no so na wotimi aye application we meet one of the relationship requirements no. Send be ubetimi de oba no den aba na fe nso no you have to demonstrate say we share paragraphs CHI 3.2 C now. Also, the decision maker must also be certified that there are serious and compelling reasons to grant the applicant entry clearance or permission to stay with the parents. So in this case, apart from say, who then say either say, who can for ewu, and say who can for no onwe ne mono wapo ne responsibility. Se eja onhwe abofra no wate etinsangan oko uni bebi kura wo nti wo na wo hwe abofra no na fe se ese wutimi kire home office case maker ne say indeed there are serious and compelling reason ewu hia se ese se wutimi ema abofra no kwan na wo yeden oba eti dije nyame yenye mfanto mu mi se mene me yere ena yefi Ghana ne yaba yewo abofra a yefe ne ya na meno awareje no mu abofra na yewo no na kasa kakra by there was some misunderstanding, so I found my way out. I'm at large. It meja eja asedi ese meye mejani nyina gu meyere so ema meyere no onu nkwa na ohwe abofra me de mato obi be se wato nwram nti me de me kọ nti na abofra na didi de obeda ni school hwemu nyina no eye oyere nkuto na oyede ohwe no se sadia na oyire na be yeso parental wabe so responsibility parent for the child outbringing. No ohwe abofra no. Says adia not just we meeting one of the requirements. Nothing so as I say o kire se ampa. Se ono na no ohwe abofra no nanso wetu kwan aba amanone. Enti abofra no be bi owo no onipa ko a ode ne hye ne nsa no kura no onhwe ne yie. Ebetimi aba se baby kro order no eye serious. Ebetimi aba se wankofa abofra na mantem a the child will be exposed to antisocial behavior. For that matter, there's a serious and compelling reason why Home Office should grant abofra no entry clearance. Se na be ya obetimi ayeden aba. Se na be ya obetimi aba. Na ye hwe the meaning of sole parental responsibility. Nia emrane ekane se Home Office tankasa define say so responsibility immigration test comes to play where one of the parents of the child is relocating to United Kingdom and one parent remains abroad. Now, oba immigration law no so rules na your case law who is defining the sole responsibility. Now, before that, we share Home Office guidelines. I say sole parental responsibility means that one parent has abandoned the parental responsibility and the remaining parent is exercising the sole control in setting and providing the day-to-day direction for the child's welfare. And the nipa ebien afa ebien nanka mremunu anase ne kwan so na ese wotimi hwe abofra no eba ebebem nanso no se eba ne se baako eja na sedi se ena se eja no tu basa no jeni nyina tu baako foso na baako no kwa na ehwe abofra no ni yen anopa de obedi bebi obeda bibia ne school ni bibia ono obema abofra no direction na de nyina dia na chese that child, that parent has a sole parental responsibility. In our case law, TD Yemen. Also, case law no a court in Ediba a case TD Yemen a fall within. And I'm not so as a case law a precedent a defining who and what is a sole parental responsibility. And I also it is a test, not whether someone else has day-to-day responsibility, but whether the parent has continuing control and direction of the child's upbringing, including making all the important decisions in the child's life. If not, the responsibility is shared and not to so, and not so. Enti di opa chese nye se obi na ehwe abofra no ema wo na mo wankasa ina o hwe onipa ko no abofra no day to day activities nyina se sa eni ho dia na enye wonko na o hwe na chese eye mu afa benu no na ede ehwe abofra no. Now I want us to quickly look at there are certain factors Home Office take into consideration, and it's very, very crucial. Say, you bet me I share some factors and also before you be granted a visa and I say we na ama abofra no waba. There are certain assessments Home Office taking into consideration. There are certain factors that the caseworker will rely on to determine whether there's a serious or compelling reason. Now, before Home Office take you or no, you the sponsor, you should be able to assess. Say, Ampa, do you fall under sole parental responsibility? How can you assess if the sponsor has sole parental responsibility? One, in order to be able to know, say, you are taking a decisions have been taken and actions performed in relation to the upbringing of the child under the sole direction of the one parent. Everyone says, one it is an indication, say, one parent has making decision, one parent has sole responsibility for making decisions regarding the child's education, the child's health, and medical treatment, religion, resident, holidays, and recreation. Sanya me nyina efa abofra no so be kwa sore, so be ko hospital, say obeko school, so obeko holiday. Ni nyina no se ba se unkwa na make sa decision na. Edi adan says ampa we are so responsible parent. That means you meet that requirement. Now, let's talk about the comparing reasons. The entire as I say home office no. Ultimate identity a chere say ampa oba no say one kofa na mba ebia na bibi aye no. So what are the factors the caseworker will rely on to determine whether there's a serious and comparative reason? Look at the factors before home office caseworker no make a decision. They look at certain factors, and these are the factors. One say where one parent is coming to the UK, no, and the other is remaining overseas, you should consider the following factors. That's the guidance now. Emma caseworker no to me say, put me assess say indeed there's a serious and comparative factors relating to the application, and as about na person or the ban. The council, are there good reason why the other parent is not coming to the UK? They look at it. Are there good reason why the other parent is not coming to the UK? 2, are there good reason for the child not to stay overseas with the other parent? Then tina abofra no ontimi ntena ho breko a ne papa ana ne na ba ne na ya fa abusua ba ko no ewo ho aden tina ontimi ntena ho. Now they look at whether coming to the UK or staying in the UK will be the best interest of the child. They look at these are the factors they look. Say indeed there's a compassion, a serious and comparing grounds. Ground. Now you, the sponsor, being the parent, the sole parental person, for you to demonstrate, one, you have to let the home office know. Say one, we talk about family unity. You have to demonstrate that the presence of the child in the UK is crucial for maintaining family unity, especially if there are no viable caregiving options for the child in their home country. In the ultimate won't say, in fact, ucha abofrana ewa amanonea family unity ye connection say me beni or kame hono emute. Ntituru nkwan sɛ unyo bi papa bi anhwɛ abofra na ma no ɔtena we so bɛhwɛ no nam ha na we akɔhwɛ nsa ɛno create problem ntu betumi agina ɔno so aka kyɛ home office say look sɛ abofra no ɛkɔ hɔ na kyɛ sɛ me na bɛfɛ abofra no sɛ agya ne ɔba anasa awofo na ɛba no emu ate moreover nso me ne obi a betumi ahwɛ abofra no ama. This is good, serious and comparative reason. That's one factor. Now, friends, we also to share a medical or special needs. Ebi a oba no kra no medically no apomudimu nye papa or special needs be. Into also, if the child has medical or special needs that can be better addressed in the UK, this can be considered as comparative reason for their entry. Into no. Say abofra no ebia bebi owo no braha behwe me braha behwe me so no apomudin no enhye den dimu papa bia ho ade kura betwa kwan bebre ansana ko polyclinic obekọ kura na yapon ema emwa abofra no na emo no so abofra ntimi beka ho wo kum ha de a UK health sector no better off or betimi abo abofra nse na abofra no pomudin begina mu ema ne wu ananso onyare utimi use ono nso a eno nso betimi abo. These are the grounds we can use that one as serious and comparative reason why the children should be part of us when applying for entry clearance. Then we look at education and so the school no nso no ubetimi nso use ono also if the child education needs will be better met in the UK. Therefore, why don't you use it that one? It's very, very crucial. And we are also going to look at emotional and psychological well-being. Evidence shows that the child's emotional and psychological well-being will be significantly affected by their separation from the parents in the UK. So this is a perfect ground. As I said, demonstrate psychologically, emotionally, no. Eba affecting no. Obe tibo. if you say emre piano no odwene me maame wɔ he me maame da be na maame ba me maame wɔ he da be maame ba ma fi sa sometimes no go affect abofra no educational performance abofra no social drive no kura nso no etimi nso affect no oduan ne duadi kura no ontimi ndidi papa odi kakra wa me ni nyina se wa fe ne maame nti emotionally no psychologically no affect abofra no oto saa na ondidi onkasa onye di uhu ne ha no onya no onye hwe ni nyina ye ade a ekire se abofra no ohia omame. So when these things happen now what separate abofra no from mame what definitely no it will affect his psychological and social well-being, and we can base on that one na what me dey there aye application say ebusua say one ma abofra no kwan no amba me nchen. These are the problem abofra no ebe there obehua ina afi the last one na afi me hwe kwan yemre ni nti say questions ebibi ewo ho nso a na etimi aye onso ye living conditions in home country. Living conditions evident that the living condition in the child's home country pose risks to their safety, security, or well-being, and that the UK offer a more stable and secure environment. Living condition is very, very crucial. Sometimes na ebia we be abofra no kra te no dan no kra no eso chance kra half we yi dan half no kra so apai nti abofra no te wo na nkasa no to onye secure. Security wise no abofra no the child has been exposed to antisocial vices. Obi kura betumi akoto no mo na obi betumi agbowura wiewia saa de ne nyina na emwa the living condition ewo ho no emwa a ehu hia se na se anka abofra no otumi ba na aha no living condition se na eti no ebetumi abo abofra no wanyi akokan utumi demonstrate wenum nyina na kase eyi nti ina mepese mepa no oyeden opa meji dey say who dis animal nyina tutu so a then you meet the appendix children requirement ana CHI 3.2 na utumi ye ne sa nso a now your application now support with this home office beji atum ema wo ba no nso wa den wotimi aba sometimes yenti ase papa enti na application e dey atum saa so once I me ba ne dey obeba there be zemra na enti ne saa requirement no say no once no so you have to meet all these requirements and share say wankasa obetumi aye wankasa ya umbe refuse saa which is not good. That's why we are here to educate ourselves. Say, irrespective of say oya abofra, there's a requirement. As abofra no eso meeting. Your friend no appendix children relationship requirement. As I say omiti. The ultimate meeting there and the obano obey there obetimi there anaba. Did you me pause ha? Now, if there's any question, then we take it from there, then you proceed. Why?
Lawyer Nanamu Ayeda say, ene ode filler we nyina bre straight from Wiseman solicitor say that say. Mami hwe say comment section is say questions bi wo ha na me ma answer omo mami hwe de okay, so me wo ba ku bi wa obi bisa bibi wa say so bitimi akan amana
also saying am I me hu ye wa
any screen
okay
so
okay also between healthcare and British Army, which one is better to join? Also, what does it mean if the Home Office requests for additional information, document additional information or document? Is it good or a bad signal? Questions be in the you are comparing the healthcare and the army. Of course, you can't compare apple and orange. Some will prefer taking apple, some will prefer taking orange. If you are interested in army, then you take the army route. The army route also will lead you to settlement. But you have to meet the requirement. In this case, there are 3 stages in which you have to meet. First, you have to apply, and you'll be invited for, I think, say 1 or 10 days for interview and going through the medical examination. If you are successful, then before they issue you a letter, an offer letter, which you use that one to make your application. Then you come, then they'll enlist you into the UK Army, into a warning process. And definitely, it can lead you to settlement. So that is that. In a so all the same, so they will be paying you anyway. They will be paying you. In a health and care, obi person oko health sector to service there, to practice his skills and how to help there. So it is a matter of choice. It is a matter of choice. So if you want to go to British Army, that's fine. It leads to settlement. If you want to go to UK professional sector, i.e. NHS, it also lead to settlement. It is both of them are professional field or environment. So it is up to you. You look at the advantage and disadvantage that you join it. Now, and the further one is what does it mean if Home Office requests additional information or document? Is it good or bad signal? You cannot say it is good or bad signal. It doesn't talk about either good or bad. It means a document be what I say what they can in a UEFI. In a Home Office, actually, say a document here account never be able to make a decision. To err is human. Sometimes because of the speed, we trying to meet the deadline, do everything in time. Now at the end of it, now be one particular document you may think say what submitted that. Nemo no wager or in a ranoma rules no and as a ranoma case worker and say so say case in application now ban it has a merit. As I say a yes or so nemo no document be wo na say ni wiefia I saw twina dwen baso. Into honor be catch or so we need this document. Fabra. And now say bibia wo de kwere document no se na ete no ontiase papa into open further and better particulars se na be ya obetimi ate ni a opesa account. And here for in fact we say quite recently last week me fee waiver Emma me client back on Appendix PL. E kode mo 5 months. And in there, it say, me say 5 weeks. Sorry. And normally, no, a year 6 months, and so now decision aba. In the 5 weeks, paper na you may a drop it from Home Office. Say, oh, here the bank statement, even though bank statement in the call, one was on say, why yet. Some transaction be sika bi afi ha bi aba into one for but no on true on explaining sika no near or the koye ebia say if it's more than £100 you have to explain say sika no £100 in me the koto we and I say menya £200 be to my account if you win ho and the ban because fee waiver now we no kire say uni sika Nti sɛ wo ne sika na sɛ 500 de fi ha na adwane akɔ na we afa ha na we afa ha de a ɛndeɛ na ɛho hia sɛ wokyerɛ. Nti me friend me client sɛ this is the update a home office requesting or my attendees sɛ yɛnkyerɛkyerɛ baabi a saa sika yi fae. Ebi yɛ 500, ebi yɛ 1,000. Nti ɔbaa me ne tena ase na sɛ Kwadwo this date sika wei wokɔyi 500 wode kɔyɛɛ dɛn ɔsɛ mede kɔme papa ayie. Okay, fine, ne yɛatwerɛ for father funeral contribution. Na waka sɛ mebisa Kwadwo na 300 wei ɔsɛ ɔno na mede support me sister wawo foforo ne yɛatwerɛ for support birth delivery. Another one, no, I say, we so me auntie be we nti ehu hia say me support ni atro in a no year project be wo Ghana electricity asem nti so auto borehole any those kind of things nti say scar ko nti odko ni nyina otro ni nyina na explain bit by bit in a yes and me send him come home office. Adebechi ebeba pen home office drop email say they have accepted the explanation until ne fee waiver na are successful. Right? Which means say sika na alcohol na home office one dream no omunim de ntia sika na fifi because also ni sika nti wa ofi yen fee waiver ma. Nanso no tembia won say sika we fi ha ekọ ha na o say sika na sa na nti ye chirechire mu ni a yetime ye no na just said need any other way than to grant and pass what they are. So I'm trying to say it might not be, you don't think it's a good or bad signal, but they need further and better particulars to understand the particular application now, and as a request that what they are there. That's what they want to do. Why? Yes, there's another email. There's another text from Rambo. Say, hi, lawyer. In the application for family visa, partner of a British citizen under finance, Anna Francie, after job, hey, trouble. Hi, lawyer. In the application for family visa, that's into bracket, partner of the British citizen, under Francie, after job details and salary, it continued to ask, are they a director or non-executive director of the limited company based or can you explain the meaning of this? Masa, so now you are not a director of the company now. We are not a director, you are not executive. Can say no, simple. Just say no. Why? Rumble, just say no. This is another question. Say, please, lawyer, please, can I invite someone to visit the UK? If I'm going to support the visit, do I have to have a certain amount of money in my account? In terms of inviting somebody to visit you in the United Kingdom, there's no financial requirement as to how much you're supposed to possess in your bank before you're eligible to invite. No, there's nothing of that sort. What matters most is that it depends on the duration in which the person is going to spend. If the person is going to spend probably 2 months or 3 months or 5 months, approximately maximum 6 months now, then the person must demonstrate, say, about that period 6 months, you'll be able to cater for himself without falling or having been a burden to the government, right? Until one hour we invite in, you have to demonstrate, say, look, I'm working. So this is my pay slip. This is the contract of my employment. This is my bank statement. For that matter, if that person comes, he'll be catered for. I'll cater for his accommodation, his plane ticket from the beginning to the end. If you're able to demonstrate that is enough. It's not a matter of go and find a huge amount and deposit into your account for that particular purpose. It will fail. It will fail. So there's no specific amount that you have to get in your account before you can invite somebody. But you must be able to demonstrate that if the person comes to depend on you, you are going to fuel his financial needs. Say onipa ko no eba it depends. If you want to go into share responsibility, then in this case, you can say, sir, I'm going to sponsor the visitor in terms of accommodation and the food. Then if say the plane ticket there, he is going to also fuel that. Then it becomes a share responsibility. In Tibet and here also. So there's nothing wrong with that. The only problem is we have to show say uye juma say na be your ba on a liability to the government. A liability to the government. Why? Yes, another question. What happens to children not born in the UK with parents that have their COS cancelled and no more legal in the UK? What happens to children not born in the UK with parents that have their COS cancelled and are no more legal in the UK? Now, my understanding is I don't know yet can was and say onipa no abofra no wo de na abadeda wo no amanone ina woyɛ heaven care ne bi ina wo de na aba nanso wo parent no ya cancel license now automatically no once ya cancel license and as a sponsor no and as a visa no indirectly no eba affect abofra nso no na kyerɛ eba affect no ɔno so oni stay. But aduba kwa adebia meka sɛ mehu abofra ye deport ne da na mpanyimfo de debia ye deport ye enti no sɛ eba ne sɛ wo na ɔba na bibinti wo sponsor no the license no ya cancel ma affect wo anaasɛ wo nso no ya revoke license na ade na abofra no mmofra no wɔ hɔ da ɛha ho ma mmofra no fa system no ma mo school mo to aso mo school so nyame yɛ ho adom na mo twa 7 years ɛna ade a they found another way you bet me recognize status ɛwɔ ha ɛma wanhwe a wo kra nso no ebi beso so wo begina no so ayɛ enti sɛ mmofra no de ɛma ne nyɛ problem ɛma ne yɛ problem me hu abofra a yɛ deport no but mpemfo de yɛ deport one. Why? There's another question here. Please, can you help me with my application? I have been invited into the army. I'm currently in Ghana. How can I contact you? Right. My telephone number or office telephone, my telephone number is 077 3757 250. I will put it in the chat. And you call, then we book an appointment. We have a lovely chat. Then we look at the way forward. So 077 3757 2905. Or the office number is 020 80 16 5384. So it is in the chat. You can look at that one. Then there's another question here. Please, lawyer, I gave birth in the UK, but took my baby out of the UK for 2 years now. I would like to bring him back. Will it affect the entry? Will it affect his entry? My baby is my dependent. Now, the question is, what visa do you have now? Do you have 2 years? Do you have indefinite? Do you have British passport? Do you have 2.5 or amount to it? However, about 2 years, no, and a normal a bit depending because if it is a EU born child, then there's nothing wrong with it. Because if it's EU born child, a family member now, he can absent himself outside the UK for more than 2 years. It shouldn't be more than 5 years. But if it is fall within the UK within there, then the 2 years no is a crucial. But on say no, call me and I'll let us know because say oko Ghana yen stamp passport mu. Nti wo na ba kire tama abofra no kwe. Also it will depend abofra no the age. But all the same no but modern say obefra na yedi nkomo akwachi ewo saa ehon mo why. Right. Another question is that, please, lawyer, I'm a dependent. My wife and kids have gotten a new sponsorship without me and moved to another city where the new care sponsor is. Is the old sponsor still valid for only me? Now, the law says that when you switch to a new sponsor, it's not automatic. Say both the dependent and applicant will be new at the same time. So you have to renew it. So it could be either the two of you, both the dependent and the main applicant, renew the same time by switching to the new sponsor, or the main applicant will switch to the new sponsor, and then later the dependent also will switch. If the dependent didn't switch, then the dependent will be on the old COS or sponsorship until it expires. But when the old one expires, now we're in switch there, now we're overstayer. So yes, even though your wife and the kids have got a new sponsor, they move to other side. If your old sponsorship, your own COS is not yet expired, you can still remain on it while you prepare yourself so that you can switch. Don't wait until the old sponsor or COS expire before you switch. Otherwise, you'll be in trouble. But now, it could be the reason why you have not been able to switch. It might be financial situation. You want to settle, you want to tie up your financial system first, so it is allowed. So far as you have a valid visa on the old COS, you are okay. Right. Another one, a friend applied to switch visa from graduate route to a care visa. She got a ban in the process but has since appealed. Can she still travel on her graduate visa, which is still valid? It is no. Well, I don't know the circumstance in which she got banned in that process. It might be some issue. I don't know. However, if there's even no ban and the application is in the process or it has still appeal, you have been protected to live in the country, work in the country, provided you are already in the working sector until a decision is made. But you cannot travel. You cannot travel with it. You cannot travel. If you travel, they'll spoil the whole thing. You cannot travel. So I don't know who did it for you, and I don't know the circumstances at which the Home Office banned you in the process of switching from health and care to graduate route. But I'll be interested to look at the decision letter or the bound so that I can help you to interpret and probably provide any option available for you and do it. But so far as you have make an appeal or it is an appeal process, you cannot travel. You cannot travel. Wait and let the decision is made before, please. Right. The next one is, please, lawyer, my child with a British citizen is due by September. My child with a British citizen is due by September, and my student visa also expire in September. Can I apply for a child visa immediately after the child is born? First and foremost, congratulations for expecting our new baby in September. Now, I don't know, September is 30 days, right? If I'm right. So I don't know the day that the child is going to be born. And I don't know the day in September in which your visa is going to expire. It's likely that one will be one after the other. One will be early than the other. But don't wait for your visa expire before you make extension. Now, when your child is born, there's a process, because when your child is born, because the parent is a British citizen, automatically the child becomes a British. And you want to depend on the child to recognize your immigration status, which I understand. But you, first and foremost, the child must acquire his or her British birth certificate. Based on that one, you apply for the child passport, British passport, before you can be able to use those things to make application. So I don't know the circumstance in which, again, if you want us to have a face-to-face discussion and the way forward, I'm free and you can come, call me, and we meet then at the office. Then we discuss, because it's very, very crucial, because we don't need your visa to expire before we renew it. So if there's anything, we can look at natural delay process where we can sort things out, right? So that is okay. Yes, another question, please, lawyer, can a female under 3 years care sponsorship route give birth and use the baby document to grant his partner document a status? I will not say yes or no, because it is illegal for me to say yes. So if I don't know the circumstance in which you are coming to this, can a female 3 years give a birth and use the baby document to grant his partner? If it is your partner, there's nothing wrong with it. Because if it is your partner and your other partner has 3 years COS in the country and give birth, it's your baby. Unless otherwise, and that otherwise, I can't say it here. Right? I can't say it here. Understand what you are coming from. Hi, solicitor. If your student visa was cancelled and you left the country before the 60 days, given to you by UK VI, can you reapply for another student visa with a different cash in 1 month? Now, you ask yourself, why my visa was cancelled. That's very, very crucial. Why the visa was cancelled, and they give you 60 days. If the issue is not your fault and you left, so it has expired totally. So you are already in abroad. Of course, you can apply for another student route to get a new certificate of acceptance, CAS. If you say in 1 month, it depends on the university, because I don't know when that CAS is being prepared and the process for you to get admission and other things. So you take all those into consideration. But yes, you can apply for new or different CAS as a student and come back, even though the previous one has expired and you are already in abroad. Right? Yeah, it was. Oh, okay, Alexander Obin, you have come back again. It was due to these fraudulent care agencies. She got banned for false information. Oh my God. Sorry to hear that. So if you are banned, how many months? How many years? 10 years? 5 years? You have to take those in consideration. Read the band or the letter in which they used to ban you, the content of letter carefully, and you understand that if it is 1 year, then you cannot come until and after the 1 year. If it is 5 years, you have to wait 5 years. If it is 10 years, you have to wait for 10 years because, as you said, the middleman fraudulently sent a false document and it falls under paragraph 9 of mandatory refusal because you have deceived the Home Office with false document. Therefore, by the immigration rule, under paragraph 9, you should be mandatory banned. That's why they ban you. So if they ban you and you know the duration, if it's 1 year, that's why then you have to wait for 1 year. After 1 year, then you can make another application. If it is 5 years, you have to wait. If it's 10 years, you have to wait. But if you go another way, don't forget that before coming, your fingerprint is there. They have all the documents in there. You'll be wasting much money. They will refuse you and they won't refund the money to you. So it's not a try and error. Try and what is called try and luck. You don't need to try your luck over there. You will be wasting money. Let somebody read the refusal letter carefully and explain it to you before you make any further decision. Right. The another one, please, lawyer, I'm in full-time employment, but I receive a top-up from Universal Credit because I have children. Can affect my spousal application, please? Well, if you're a student, it depends. If you are an international student, there's a clause on your visa or your BRPs that no recourse to public fund. But if you are a British, then there's no clause, or you have indefinite leave to remain, then there's no clause, or you have an EU settlement scheme, you may not have those things. That's why I believe you apply for universal credit. But universal credit is also part of public funds benefit. So you have to be very careful so that it won't create a problem for you. If I were you, and I'm not a British, either EU, which I'm exempt from no recourse public fund, why don't you make application for change of condition so that they can remove that change no recourse to public fund to enable you to enjoy the full benefits so that it won't create problem for you. So work your way out properly and tidy your house properly before you make any further application. Right. I think I have answered this one already. Hello, lawyer. Good evening. Please, if you are a Ghanaian and you have an uncle who is Nigerian and reside in Ghana and is sponsoring you to the UK, does he need to show residence that he lives in Ghana? No, I think you are talking about two different things altogether. If you are a Ghanaian, that's fine, and your uncle is a Nigerian and you want to reside in Ghana and is trying to sponsor you to UK. Now, the person reside in Ghana. The person is a Nigerian. So how can the person sponsor you to UK? That's the question. Unless I'm not understand what you are saying, because you are Ghanaian and you have an uncle who's a Nigerian. And your uncle reside in Ghana. And you say your uncle want to sponsor you to UK. How possible? Is your uncle a British who has gone to Ghana for holidays? Or your uncle is Nigerian, but he resides in Ghana? Before you can sponsor somebody to UK, you must be able to demonstrate that you have a right to live in UK. Oh, you come back. What happens if you break down in marriage? This is different thing anyway. What happens if you break down in marriage in 5 months? Can he still get 2.5 years extension, or he gets sent back? Don't forget that it is through your marriage that you came to the UK, and they gave you 2.5 years. So immediately the marriage comes to an end, then you being the dependent, you are in trouble. You can't make extension because you are no more in the marriage, because it is assumed that you came as a dependent because of whether your wife or your husband. Now, if the marriage has broken down, that means that there's no any relationship. So how are you going to depend? But don't forget that during the extension of your visa, you still need your partner document to demonstrate that you are still in genuine and subsistent relationship. Now the thing has already broken. So how can you say that I'm still depending on my partner? It can't be possible. Sort it amicably and have it extend for you. Otherwise, it become problem for you. I'm sorry.
Lawyer Nana Amwa, medase your time no aso. But so na o ka bibi so we dia so we dia metimi ama o we na finish it up. But
No,
bibi ani mo dia.
Maybe.
Okay. So na mo e beda say Wiseman solicitors the numbers na egu screens no so lawyer bobo numbers di bi me say mo hwe o screen so obetimi a contact lawyer na amo not name ma lawyer wisdom akaho lawyer wo final way bi na obetimi bobo numbers ni bi no ama mo office location ni so omo landing no mo pese mo ba mo ana omo outside landing so bia omo pese omo frame ni ade a location na obetimi dey atubia.
Yes. My number no 077 3757 2905. That's my personal number. And the office number no 020 8016 5384. We are located in the East London. Dawson. You just adjacent to when you get to Dawson Market, adjacent to the McDonald's. When you get to McDonald's, just about 2 minutes, less than 2 minutes walk to the office. And the address is Wiseman Solicitors, the Print House, 18 to 22 Ashwin Street. 18 to 22 Ashwin Street. The postcode is E for Echo, number 8, 3, D for Delta, L for Lima. And we open 9:30 to 6 o'clock, Monday to Friday. Saturdays are emergency only. And if you want us to attend to you on Saturday, it must be a special booking for that. Near what we have discussed so far, if there's any issue that you did not understand it properly, our doors are widely open and we can help you to understand your issue. So you can contact any of us and we will help you to meet your needs. Again, there are certain, when I was reading through the questions, there are certain questions we cannot explain in details on the platform here because of the time limitation. So I will appeal to you, those couldn't get the full understanding of their issues, call and let's have a talk after this program. I'm not talking about now because it's already late. I'll be going to church very soon. So probably next time or Monday, you can call, then book an appointment. Then we have a discussion about that. I'm most grateful for all of you paying particular attention, having an enviable time with us. We really appreciate your time, which is precious to us. We thank you very much, and we hope that with this little presentation, we ease some of the uncertainty, some of the issues that we may not understand. We are there as a family, small community, and we serve the community. So just give us a call, and anybody, our staff are willing, friendly to help you, take you through your problem and find a best solution to address it for you. God richly bless you. DJ Nyame Nshira also ewo America kra wo ne aye program yi.
Okay, all right. Lawyer Nana Mohammed se pass na unya adaje ne ebekasa wo SVTV Africa so mutie no from Wiseman Solicitors omo UK London omo office na lawyer amo ne contact number omo office number ni details numbers na go screens no so no tani omo ye show de bia no obo lawyer wisdom akaho but maybe 2 weeks in one because I'll be seeing his sister sad one but I feel no returning to entry him say nyame aduma next week mo be hu lawyer wisdom akaho ewa ha say madam I say mo share SVTV Africa madam I say hope say mo share so mo sua bibi mo hia further we bia obetimi a contact Wiseman Solicitors no we obetimi a cheche mo maboa mo madam I say mo share wo Facebook hope say my share and I'm share on YouTube so there mongoso na mo follow yan fans do na on YouTube Facebook for no mo video so mo need full ones on YouTube channel SVTV Africa me no mo kasa is here kwa no yeah after we drop it new video on YouTube channel no so nti DH on YouTube make sure so be subscribe be send be on me see a video click I don't want so na be join ebusu na share videos no am for uti am for stories am for share more experience fearless ni opportunities ni ade bebre wom enti utie bia ebeboa madam production team ase shiamu kuma ka se tour na magis tour me numbers de bia kwa YouTube o person ba me show no so ya no mo bi o person be share ni story na ni experience but me de me number ma no Facebook ya number or YouTube channel ko profile because Robins and numbers too, or and one said the other said send me WhatsApp message and I said voice note. And I won't frame me. Me customer service the course na engagement. To frame me there and them I catch over had that. To send me WhatsApp message and I said voice note that me responding to you. Me dem say mongo so ana mon follow yen. Anyway, and mongo me sign it out me Natalie. Mongo me Natalie shatter movement. Pa movement me Natalie interview mongo follow yen dem so say monya notification. Mo follow yen so dey make sure wako follow yen, wako subscribe send na be the videos no to so abenya notification. Me dem say makramo tour. Make we chop small. Delight Cocoa.
Delight Cocoa, the authentic, original taste of African porridge. Available in all African and Caribbean shops. Delight Cocoa. Ah, a day.